What about your situation, Sol? Will you be staying at Tottenham?
I'm staying.
Welcome to the show. Now we've got a guest now looking forward to this week's Champions League or tomorrow's Champions League game. Welcome to the show. A journalist works for Nova Sports.
Yes,
now help me with the name. Vassilis Konstantopoulos. Is that it?
It's like that. It's a bit like that. Konstantopoulos.
Correct me.
Let's say Vassilis.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Vassilis.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, all right. So, obviously, you've just come from the press conference for the Olympiacos-Tottenham game.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at some of the quotes that came out of there. How did Poch come across, and also how did the Olympiacos manager Pedro Mendes come across?
In the press conference, you mean? Eh?
Yeah.
Yes, they are confident about tomorrow's match. That's for sure. Pedro Martins, the coach of Olympiacos, said that his team never playing for 1 point. He's playing every time for 3 points, and they're very excited about playing in Champions League because we have a very a team with new players, with young players. They don't have that experience, but they want very much to play in that level.
So, looking forward to the game now. Obviously, this Olympiacos have come into the game on quite good form.
Yes.
So you won the game this week 5-0. How do you think Olympiacos are preparing for this game? And in terms of form, are they coming in really good or average?
Olympiacos having a very great season so far, being unbeatable in the championship and the Champions League qualifications round. They passed 3 qualifications round, being unbeatable, and they conceded only 1 goal. It's a very compact team, which is working with for a second consecutive season with Pedro Martins. That fact is very important for a Greek team. The main target, as many times said by Martins, is the championship. But everybody knows that this match in Champions League is something precious for every player and coach. So the team is in a very good shape, and they win 5-0 Volos in the Greek league, and that was a very good boost because the 2 previous matches in Greek league they won only with 1-0. Was a little bit nervous matches.
Well, I'm the Arsenal fan, and I'm hoping I'm backing Olympiacos this game. I hope they do well. Which players should I be looking out for that are going to cause Spurs problems?
Yes, the most interesting players of Olympiacos to see is, of course, Mathieu Valbuena, the French guy. He's very experienced and very powerful so far. He's 34 years old, but he's very powerful. And he's the leader of the team, the mind. Also, Youssouf El Arabi, the striker from Morocco, if he's going to be preferred from Pedro Martins, he has the easy goal, as we say, and he does not need too many chances to score. And of course, very important for the Greek team is the central defender from Portugal, Ruben Semedo. But he's in doubt. He was injured, maybe he won't play, but if he plays, it's a very, very important part of the Greek defense.
So obviously, Poch actually mentioned Martins, I think, in the press conference. So he's obviously wary of him as well. But looking from a Spurs perspective, how do you think that the Spurs players will deal with the intense atmosphere in Olympiacos? Because obviously we're not really used to that in the Premier League. How do you think that the Spurs players will deal with that?
I read Lucas Moura quotes in Tottenham website about his experience in Karaiskaki 2013 with Paris Saint-Germain. For sure, the atmosphere will gonna be like lava in Karaiskaki, but I think Spurs, that level, will cope with that, especially after some minutes in the match. But for sure, it's going to be totally different from a Premier League match. It's going to be like Latin America.
I was wondering, from someone who's an outsider of the Premier League, do you see? Because from our perspective, we look at European football and the fans, and they're insane and amazing. We love that. Do you see the Premier League and see similar things that you like that we don't get? Like, I'm trying to see how to explain this, but how does it come across from you, who sees the intense atmosphere every week? How do you see Premier League football fans?
It's amazing the atmosphere you have in the Premier League matches. It's amazing. It's another style, another type of hot atmosphere. But here in Greece, we have fans yelling all the time, trying to play as a 12th player in the match. Maybe not to see or to try to understand so much what's going on there, to see football, only to yell and shout.
So for Spurs, obviously, we got to the final last year, and Poch mentioned this in the press conference and talking about are we going to get there this year? For Olympiacos. Obviously, I don't think they're. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think that their sights are as high as Spurs or for winning the Champions League. What does success look like in the Champions League for Olympiacos?
The main target of Olympiacos in Champions League will be the third position that will send him in Europa League. That will be the realistic target. But as I told you, as Coach Martin said in the press conference, he never wanted to play for the 1 point, but only for the 3 points. So, if Olympiacos will win tomorrow, I think he will be for sure the favorite for the third place, and he will start looking higher. Let's see.
Do you think they will win?
Olympiacos?
Yeah, tomorrow. Do you think they'll win?
I think the favorite is for sure Tottenham. I think Olympiacos is a very tough team, and if some minutes, 15-20 minutes pass, he will be more confident in the match and he will try to win. Why not?
Okay. So as a Spurs fan, obviously, I think we can win the Champions League.
It's very difficult to be back in the final. It was a great opportunity last season.
It'll be very, very hard to do again. But do you think yourself, as an outsider maybe, do you think Spurs can win the Champions League?
I think no.
Wrong answer.
Correct answer.
I mean, obviously, lots of things will have to go right for Spurs. But do you think it's like with luck and a few things it could happen? Maybe.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do you think with maybe like with a few lucky matches, last minute winners, maybe? I mean the luck of the draw and all that. Do you think maybe it could happen?
Yes. It's a very powerful team, a very strong team, but it needs more luck and concentration in the last minutes.
Yeah, very true. Okay.
I think you're right in saying the Europa League is a much more entertaining and more interesting competition. I think Olympiacos in that. I think that's much more of an enjoyable competition to watch. Quickly though, before the game tomorrow, what is your prediction for the score?
I don't have a score prediction, but I think that both teams will score.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you think Spurs will score with?
So,
you think Spurs will score with the atmosphere? You think they'll manage to get a goal in?
What? Sorry.
Sorry. Do you think Spurs will manage to get a goal with all the tough atmosphere actually and the intense atmosphere?
Yes. I think it's not going to be a problem for them. If Olympiacos score first, maybe there is a problem with the atmosphere because will help Olympiacos to be more confident, and Tottenham maybe lost their Tottenham players, maybe they lost their concentration.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, the Arsenal guy, what do you think about Socrates?
He didn't have a very good game yesterday, but I thought when he first signed that he was gonna bring some leadership to the team because we were missing a lot of that, and so I think right now he's probably better off the pitch than he is on the pitch as a player.
Okay.
I think to lead the team is what he's there for, rather than for his defensive quality.
Okay.
I mean, Arsenal have also got Mavropanos as well.
Mavropanos, yes.
Yeah.
He's a very talented young guy.
Do you rate him? Do you think he's got a potential to be a good defender in the future?
Yes, but I think he needs matches. He needs the rhythm to show things. If he plays one game per season, it's difficult to show his skills.
Well, he's been injured recently, so I think the Europa League is going to be a good opportunity for him to get some game time.
For sure.
So hopefully he will develop. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming on.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hoping
for a Spurs win.
Let's see.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.